Today, in our time, we're not dominated and oppressed by a Roman government. However, we are dominated and oppressed by a culture that seeks to steal all of our time. All of our time. It wants it all. Consuming us in politics, entertainment, social media, career, financial pursuits, and the list goes on and on. I call this the culture, the 24/7 culture of noise. That's what we live in. A 24/7 culture of noise. Now, this 24/7 culture of noise is interesting because it's like a nuclear reactor. A nuclear reactor produces a constant feed of power. This 24/7 culture of noise that we live in produces a constant feed of noise into our lives. Constant. It's 24/7. It never turns off. There used to be a time when you could leave work and you were gone from work. That day is no longer. It follows us constantly. There's 24/7 culture of noise. Now, a nuclear reactor produces power, but it also produces a nasty byproduct, doesn't it? Radioactive waste. This 24/7 culture of noise that we live in also has a nasty byproduct. It's called anxiety. People today have more anxiety than they've ever had in their lives. Even young people who have no responsibilities have anxiety like they've never had before, and it's because of this 24/7 culture of constant noise that bombards us. Jesus is on a collision course with our time. He's on a collision course, so what should we do? Cut the line. Cut the line connecting you to the 24/7 culture of noise. And then let the Prince of Peace engulf all of your anxiety. All of the anxiety that causes tension and frustration and hurry and struggle and steals from the life of God that's inside of you. Jesus says this, let me have it. I love what Peter says about it in 1 Peter 5:7. Says this, cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. Isn't that amazing that we have a Savior that can take like nuclear waste that's in our lives that we've had to put in these containers to try to keep it from affecting us, and yet it still does? And Jesus says, give it all to me. Give me all of your anxiety. I can take it all. Give it all to me.